The old graveyard slept. A blanket of fog, thick and white, muffled every sound. Twisted branches like skeletal fingers scraped against the night sky. The moon, a pale sliver, offered little comfort in this realm of the dead. This was a place of whispers, of shadows, of secrets best left buried. The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. It was a smell that spoke of time's passage, of life returning to the earth. Each weathered headstone, each crumbling statue told a silent story. They were monuments to lives lived and lost, echoes of a past now fading into memory. A shape moved in the mist. Tall and gaunt, it glided between the graves. No footsteps disturbed the fallen leaves. No breath disturbed the stillness. The figure, shrouded in darkness, seemed to absorb the moonlight. It was less a being of flesh and blood, more a phantom born of the fog itself. Long, pointed fingers, like the claws of some ancient bird, brushed against a moss-covered headstone. It paused, seeming to listen to the silent whispers of the dead. Its head tilted, as if acknowledging a voice unheard by human ears. Then, with an almost imperceptible gesture, it moved on. They called him Babael, though no living soul could say for sure. He was the keeper of the graves, the silent guardian of this forgotten place. Some whispered that he was a demon, bound to the graveyard for some ancient sin. Others claimed he was a spirit, drawn to the veil between worlds. Whatever his origins, Babael served a singular purpose. He was both protector and warden, ensuring the sanctity of the dead. He guarded against those who would desecrate the graves, who would disturb the eternal slumber. And to those souls who lingered, unable to find peace, he offered guidance, leading them to the other side. The old caretaker, a man who had lived his life amongst the graves, spoke of a weeping woman. She came to the graveyard every night, searching for her lost child. Her grief, he said, was a palpable thing, a cold wind that chilled the very marrow. Babael, sensing her despair, appeared before her. He led her through the labyrinthine paths, past crumbling mausoleums and forgotten plots. They stopped at a grave unmarked, yet strangely familiar to the woman. Babael reached out, his touch a whisper of cold air, and the ground before them shimmered. For a fleeting moment, the woman saw her child, playing amidst a field of wildflowers. Then, just as quickly, the vision faded. The woman, her grief quieted, finally knew peace. Some nights, when the moon hung low and the wind whistled through the trees, you could hear them, the whispers. They were faint, like the rustle of dead leaves, yet undeniably present. Some said they were the voices of the departed, whispering secrets to the night. Others claimed they were Babael's doing, pronouncements uttered in a language unknown to mortal men. Whatever their source, the whispers added to the graveyard's eerie atmosphere. They were a reminder that this place held more than just the bodies of the dead. It was a repository of memories, of emotions, of the lingering echoes of lives lived, and Babael, the silent keeper, guarded them all. The fog began to dissipate, revealing the faintest hint of dawn in the east. Babael, his task complete, melted back into the shadows. He would remain here, in this quiet city of the dead, until the end of time. He was the guardian of their rest, the keeper of their secrets. And so, the old graveyard slept. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it the scent of damp earth and the faintest hint of something ancient and unknowable. Babael watched, his vigil eternal, his presence a silent promise. The dead were safe, their slumber undisturbed in the care of the keeper of the graves.